What's good? Pace family, we outside. What's good, y'all? Yeah, it's the vibe. Yeah, it's the vibe tonight, y'all. You heard? Come on, y'all. Give them a minute. My people, they on their way, y'all. Come on, let's do this. We got some building to do. You heard? Oh, that's the wrong one. That's up too high. Yeah. Shakur in the building. That's too high. Yeah. Pace family, we outside. Yeah, with my people tonight. My people
New AP, blood. Water on my butt like a tub. Ain't got my little gun in the club. Don't worry about me, I'm a thug. You kill a screen nigga, get it down. If you kill a rap nigga, get it dub. Big chain on my neck, don't budge. Fucking days up like a stud. I swapped out the mic for the gun. Swapped out the guy for the mud. Swapped out the mic for the bud. Fucking on the dice, I'm in love. I'm fucking with her dice, she reward. Cut it on show, no remorse. I be automatic trying to get through the touch.
What's up, y'all?
Put it on tour with the boys. Said I got a whole gun store on the buzz. Come and set me, hopping off a jet to a jet ski. I be bought a nigga like me, I'm thugging in my Reebok, I never need Gucci. I don't even see the confusion, fucking young and made it on the shit out of Gucci. Say she got the scrap on the booty, say she put the crack in her booty. I be putting out scraps on the
vibe.
I go young and make me jump bitches. I can think
It's the vibe.
If a nigga says up, it's
I did my homework, you heard?
I'm invincible, nigga can't beat me.
Did my homework.
I'm invincible, nigga
Can't beat me. Yeah. Yo, so listen. Pace family, we outside. What's good, y'all? Peace be. Peace be multiply. I'm glad y'all here, you know? Listen. First of all, please like and subscribe. Please share. Please feel free to leave a gift. We're trying to keep this going. Spread the energy. Start the wave. We're talking about real OGing. You know, we talking about real talk here. You understand what I'm saying? There's the right answer and the answer I'm going to give. Because life is technical. So sometimes we got to move with it. You know what I mean? Got to be moved with it. You know, so we're going to, the first thing I'm going to start it off like this. I'm going to say this. Listen. Can't nobody stop your connection with the Most High. All right? I want to start off right there. All right? Because, see, you know, you see the temperature outside. The temperature outside is crazy. I'm gonna keep it gangster with you. But you know, if you've been trying hard to try to get out them dark places, I'm gonna say, listen, God works. You know. But if you've been trying to go forward and you seem like I want you to do that because I don't want you to lose hope. You understand? I don't want you to lose hope because you're trying, and I want you to keep the faith. You understand? Seriously. Now you know. I was at a point where I felt like I was in a dark, sunken placement and I felt like it wasn't nothing left for me. I got on my knees and I prayed. You know. I believed in something higher and more powerful than me because the people that meant the most to me, I couldn't really do nothing for them. I was in that kind of place. You know, and I prayed, I hit my knees and I meant it from my heart and God worked with me and fed me. When you do good, God shall bestow good things upon you. You know, I just wanted to throw that out. That's how I wanted to start it today. Head up, forward and up. That's what we starting off with today. You heard me? I mean that. Nobody walked the mile you walked. Nobody. I'm proud of you. You understand me? Nobody know what it took for you to get to this point right here. All right? And you keep doing what you're doing. All right? Keep doing what you're doing. All right? Now, real talk. Just remember, GGI, God got it. That's a real thing, okay? Now, your destiny. Off the rip. Can't nobody steal your destiny. Stop blaming people for the outcome of situations. The blame game, pointing fingers. We're going to stop doing that. You know? That's also energy giving away to nonsense too, okay? I don't care how good such and such is doing over there. It ain't meant for you. All right? Remember, your path is your path. Get the fuck out of their life. All right? Straight up and down. I mean that. Word up. Your destiny is yours and can't nobody steal it from you. See, it might be, a lot of that come from pocket watching. You want to join the wave, except your destiny their destiny is not yours. And clearly you're not spending enough time on yours if you keeping up with theirs. You know what I'm saying? So this has to really start just like that. You know what I mean? For real. This is how we're gonna do this. Now, God got a plan for you, but see, and the plan is already set forth. But you might not got there yet because your mind been distracted and your energies is over here. As soon as you start putting your energies over here, then the pieces to your puzzle start to fall in place. I want you to try that. Give your shit a little bit more attention. Be a little bit more attentive to what you got. You understand? See, now listen, what you got to do is you have to figure out what your best attributes are for you. And find out how to turn that into money. It's easy getting money using your God-given talents. Whatever your talents are, whatever your attributes are, figure out a way to turn it into cash. You remember, people are paying for services. If you can try to turn the service that you have, that you're best at, into a service that gets money. That's something you can really do. You know what I mean? Straight up and down. And remember, the attribute that you have, that's the sauce God gave you. Remember what I said up here. It don't mean shit. Once you learn something, you have to figure out how to actually apply it so it benefits your life. If you read a book and don't apply none of it in the book is just in your head. It serves you no purpose. All right? So don't learn something and just keep it in your head. Reteach yourself how to institute those things in your daily life for growth. All right? That's a real thing. Okay? Now, on that note, what's up, Shakur? How we looking over there?
Why we looking good?
Okay.
Somebody said, he said, in case you haven't heard it today, God bless you, my brother in Christ, best to you and yours.
God bless you too, brother. I appreciate that. Y'all hear that? There's no way that can hurt me. No way. Accept love in your life. All right? Be gentler when people are trying to be kind. Reciprocate that, okay? Remember what I said, when you be good, God should bestow good things upon you. And I mean that. All right? We need some better shit going on. I don't like what's going on. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. And I'm saying this to you because you know who the hell you is. Stop letting money dictate what you do. Don't let money be the reason that you bop over here and go over there, join this, attach yourself to that, insert yourself into this. Don't always let money be there because then it's like money is guiding you. You understand what I'm saying? You chasing the bag. Don't really chase the bag. That's not a good practice. All right? Make them bring the bag to you. You hear me? Make them bring the bag to you. Don't chase the bag. Think about it. Think about the act of the chase. You chase the bag, and guess what? It's never what it seemed like during the chase, even when you chase a woman. The chase is always better than when you actually meet the woman. Yeah, the chase for the bag is always more fun than when you get there because you don't never know what you're going to expect. It's too iffy, you know? And things have to be definite. You have to stop living your life with question marks, okay? Straight up and down. Now, on that note, what I'm saying is, stop making weird moves for cash, all right? Stop doing things that you don't have to do for money. Be a person that makes money. Don't let money make you. There's a lot of y'all having weird thoughts about getting the dollar. Like going to Dubai and getting shitted on for 50 bands and shit like that. I'm not saying don't try to get you some money, but some shit is just outlandish. All right? I just want y'all to know that. So yeah, that part. Get back to the plain old civilized living. Ain't nothing wrong with it. All right? You're not on this earth for a long time. Try to make the best out of it. All right? Straight up and down. Now, I got a lot of questions because you know Cardi announced that she is pregnant with Stephon Diggs' baby. So I gotta say this because I got these comments. Oh, you don't go from being a wife to a baby mother. That's said by any chick that's got less than 50,000. Let's start there. First of all, Cardi B is going to do exactly what Beyonce and what Rihanna doing right now. She's going to have her babies, get them out the way, and she's going to get back to her life. But she decided that the next babies that she'll have, that man will be on financial tier that she's on. That's why she made that decision. She wants 5 kids. You know. Now, if you don't know, another thing that comes, one of the circumstances that come with that is that Stephon Diggs is on his second $300 million contract. He's in the prime of his life. If you don't know, he's Stephon Diggs. He's the one NFL dude that's at all the award shows. His hit list is like Commons. Yeah, he been running through Hollywood. So ain't no bag in Stephon Diggs. And he has no children. She got the right one.
He do got children.
I thought that was his brother.
I heard he got children.
I heard he didn't have no children. If he don't, it don't matter. We all know that the baby's going to be well taken care of. This is a rich chick decision, all right? She making this decision from a whole different plateau. She knows she can't have Stephon Diggs in his prime. She know that. She don't want him. She bringing them babies back home to her parents who's still alive and kicking. You got to remember, she's Spanish and they have no nannies. That's why she made that decision. Rich chick shit, you know what I mean? You see what Beyonce did? She had her kids and got right back to it, number one with that. Yeah. She got right back to it and got number one. Rihanna's getting her baby. Rihanna's pregnant with her 3rd one right now. She's doing that right now. She's getting her babies out the way to get back to her life. Then that's what Cardi doing. You know what I'm saying? And when you got over 50 million, these kind of things be sorted out. You know, they get to an understanding and get sorted out and the paperwork gets put in. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's always covered. This is not about those other things. So yeah. And she might have 2 by him, but guess what? He ain't gonna be her man. You know, she just wanted a man to catch up with her. He on his 2nd one. I didn't know if y'all knew that. I didn't get to really throw that in the last time. You know, and don't forget, you know, I think that, you know when these decisions go up, you know, y'all said don't go from being a wife to a baby mother. Y'all gotta understand that Cardi B is different. She different. She came from the mud. All right? And they had all the love in the world. All they needed was some money. And now they have that. All right? Hennessy gonna have a lot of babies too. Straight up and down. Okay? Now, and they never gonna be a couple. So if you don't mind, you know, whether or not she gonna be a baby mama ain't got no issue. Everyone involved got 50 million. Over 50 million a piece. So things are agreed upon and sorted the rich way. That's what I just wanted to say with that. She made a great decision to me. You know what I'm saying? You know, because she having her kids for herself. She didn't have that child for Stephon Diggs. You know. And another thing in the news, and I gotta say this, you know, because, you know, I'm one of those Tupac greatest of all times. You know what I mean? Straight up and down. I got 2 sons named Shakur. That's what he mean to me. Because in my darkest places, he pulled me up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Along with God. I ain't going to tell no lie. So, yeah. Anyway, but now, so the question now, you hear me, Shakur?
Yeah.
The question now is NBA Youngboy this generation's Tupac? And I had to ask myself that, you know. And I asked a couple of young people, you know. And they were very opinionated about the whole thing. So, I'm like, hey, yo, but did you see the footage? Did you hear the reviews? This man packing arenas and he hasn't had nothing on the radio in years. It was the one concert, Shakur, where nobody had their phones out. They were all standing in the chairs. They love that dude. Yeah. They was grown men crying and shit. You hear me? Now, he's very, very impactful. His voice is very, very loud. I got to give him that. But I'm going to say this right now. You know, all I heard was pain and energy. And it says, our young people are struggling with their emotions, you know, balancing becoming an adult and being tormented by the troubles that they're working with, you know, and they can't feel past the pain, and some of them let that pain consume them, and now they got comfortable being in that space, content with being unhealed, with bursts of aggression and shit like that all over, you know, because their emotions is up and down, you know, and ain't nobody tending to that, you know. And this is what attracts them to their music. These are things they're struggling with on the inside. They're not really sharing it, you know. Now, when they get like that, when they get mad, they feel like the world is crashing down around them. It's really not, but in their head they feel it is, and that's where the situation come in at. What do you do with a person who absolutely, positively think they're right, and they're dead ass wrong? It make you feel like you're dealing with a fool. You understand? And what do? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, because in their head they believe that shit. That's my word. A person with high octane like that, they'll make you shoot them. When you all over, they'll make you shoot them. You know, even though it's some psychological shit going on, but in those moments of acting like that, they super aggressive and niggas trying to live out here, you know. And I really wanted to say that because, man, the boy music is so dark, you know. And so I guess, and I feel like the music is his therapy, you know. This is his release, you know. And I'm proud of him and I commend him because he take care of them kids, and I'm giving him that. But his music make me feel like he do need some therapy, he do need some work. But they say music is his therapy and it keeps him sane. You know, he got, what's the name of his spot, Shakur? What's the name of the NBA YoungBoy spot?
Grave Digger Mountain.
Grave Digger Mountain. That part, yeah. Oh boy, you know what I'm saying? And even though the music is his therapy, I guess the rest of them just walking around broken until the new YoungBoy drop. That's what it seemed like. They couldn't wait for this boy to tour. And I guess they've been broken dealing with him. I'm going to say God bless him. And may they heal before disaster happen, you know? Because if he'd have knew Tupac, Lord have mercy. We got our work cut out for us. You know, they going to be some of the strongest soldiers we have once we get them out that dark sunken place. You know, I just wanted to say that outright. Okay, listen, okay, I got a question today. Oh, man, listen. I got a question today. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this right now. We're gonna go through this, and y'all can actually help me with it. And let's be honest, it's crazy. And so listen. Hey, how you doing? We don't do no names over here, you know, and we don't judge. But she says me and my mom's. She said my mom's is 46, and she went out with a guy that's my age. I didn't think anything of it, but eventually he moved on. So now she flirting with every young dude in her sight. She must be stopped because I want my mom back. How do I talk to her to get my point across without her think I'm hating on her? The question was, how do I want my mom's back. How do I talk to her to get my point across without her thinking I'm hating on her? Her mom's is 46. She got that young boy, and now she feel like her daughter done lost her mind. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's remember. First of all, baby girl, your mama not old. She still got a few miles left on her. Let's start there. She got a feeling too. I'm not saying she's not out of order to a certain extent, but she got to live too, and she's still alive and kicking. Now, the exact way that you feel is the exact way you're going to have to communicate with her. But I just want to say this. Listen, I'm not making up no excuses. I'm going to have to light my blunt to this. But she's 46 years old. There's a lot of y'all in y'all 40s. And I'm going to tell you this right now. A lot of them they get a little wild in their 40s because they were raising children in their 20s. Okay? And some of them when the kids get big, they want to get back to their life. They're like, I've been raising kids long enough. and they want to get back to their life. And some of them, they get out there and act like they lost their mind. You heard? That's where the phrase comes from, get your auntie. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of that goes on now. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, but I'm not condemning them for what they do. But I just want to remind them, even though you in your 40s and you are allowed, you have a right to do your own thing. But understand, you know, you still want your child's respect. You still want your child's admiration to some extent. You can't just throw out everything they thought about you and feel about you just because you can. You understand what I'm saying? You're really not supposed to change your characteristics outright for sex and anything else, because then that's not who you really are. And you in your 40s, you're supposed to know better. And I ain't saying don't do your thing, but put a little shade on it so your daughter don't feel away. She said she wants her mom back. That means you're doing too much. Straight up and down. And that little situation, because we going by what she said. Now she said, old boy eventually moved on, and now you're flirting with everything in sight. And she said she must be stopped, which means she probably can't trust you around her friends, because you might bag one of her peoples. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Thirst McGirt like that. Straight up and down. So yeah, it happens. And you know, and back to what my son said, because I'm not going to blame nobody, but a lot of times these things happen in the moment and people are really unaware of how they played their motherfucking self. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, but that's your mom's, you know, and you and her stick as thieves. So really, you know, try to talk to her about that. Woman to woman, you know what I'm saying? You know, and you say it to her calmly and lovingly. You know, always remember, y'all, the Bible says, beware of the bearer of bad news. Sometimes they're not telling you that to keep it real with you. Sometimes they're telling you that bullshit to break you. All right? So if you delivering news you know they're not going to take well, deliver it with the best character that you can, peacefully and calmly, so they don't take it like that. You understand? Don't take it as a scolding moment. Take it from a teacher to a student moment, and you're enlightening them. That's the way to deliver fucked up news. All right? Sidebar that. Write that down. If you got to tell somebody you know going to they day up, please be kind about delivering the message, all right? Because it could go the other way. You know what I mean? Real talk. Now, you know, back to this, the woman in her 40s. Listen, do what you do. Put a little shade on how you carry yourself, because you see, this is my thing. You don't really got to go out your characteristics in order to attract these things, because then you look like a clown, okay? You shouldn't be in a party just dressed just as provocatively as your daughter, even though you can, because everybody else know you her mother too. You know. Yeah, you don't get in your 40s and then lose your fucking mind. What he said, can I ask you about how to handle white people on the job? Keep saying you have an attitude. That's because you black. Some of us, your energies precede you. Yo, listen, you ever got on the elevator and everybody acted like they were uncomfortable all of a sudden, and all you did was walk in the elevator? Yeah. You know. You ever say, you didn't have to get no attitude, you didn't have to be mad, and you haven't said anything, but they accuse you of having an attitude. We have a tendency to wear that energy in our aura. You see what I'm saying? That's one of our that's actually one of our superpowers. You see what I'm saying? You know. What happened?
Somebody asked a question.
What was that?
I thought this was an interesting question.
Okay.
He said, can I ask you about how to handle white people on the job saying that he has an attitude?
That's exactly what we were talking about. Because they're gonna say that anyway. But I'm gonna tell you something. You know, you better go watch an old Denzel movie and learn how to charm your way past that. Because that'll stunt your growth in that world you in. That's my word. It sure will. You know. I ain't saying, but see, listen. In those worlds that you're in, your whole point is to not lose yourself in those things. You heard? You do these things to get you a dollar. You're not slaving for the white man. You're not getting brainwashed by the white man. You're getting this money to take care of your dreams and responsibilities. So, in order to keep that going and to keep growing in that, you're going to have to learn a couple tangibles. Okay? Hi, I'm Maurice Pye. You see that? That's what I'm giving Jim at the job. You know why? Because I need Jim to keep his word on what he said he gonna do for me. If he say he gonna give me $1,500 every 2 weeks, I need that. You understand me? Jim don't give a fuck what I gotta go back and take care of. So we have to keep those things in mind. So maybe grow a little bit, learn a little bit more about people, because they're reading you, dog. They're reading you. They don't need to know when you're mad. Don't carry that shit on your sleeve. I said it last night. The world should not know how you feel by the look on your face and the aura that you're giving off. Learn how to conceal it and use it when it's needed, because it'll make you stronger during the dark time. You see what I'm saying? In the moment. You have that strength waiting for that. You learn how to pack that strength somewhere else. Don't give it away like that, because even if you didn't have an attitude, you gave away too much energy. They think you did. Remember, it's not what it looked like, it's what they think it is. Remember that, all right? I hope I answered your question. You heard that, Chico? Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. I hope I answered your question, man.
Somebody asked, any health diet tips?
Yeah, go vegan. Stop eating processed foods. For real. Stop eating processed foods. It's killing people. They invented processed foods, invented type 2 diabetes. Thanks for the support, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me. We're trying to get it done tonight, you know. Now, moving on. I hope that helped her with when you talk to your mother, talk to her with love, be calm, and tell her. Don't say that you're embarrassed, you know, but tell her how you actually feel. And she loves you, so I'm quite sure she's gonna be a little sympathetic to what you're feeling, you know. Tell you're not hating on her, you know, and you don't mind her doing her things, but you want your mom back too. You don't want to be girlfriends with your mother, and you explain it to her, all right? Okay, I hope that helped you out, baby girl. Word up. Okay, y'all. I did my homework. What happened?
Another question.
I'm listening. What's up, y'all?
Steps to control emotions, even if they really heavy.
Steps to control emotions?
Yeah, that's.
You said steps?
Steps to control emotions.
Yo, take a deep breath. Take 2 steps back. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes and listen to your heartbeat. All right? And you do that until your heart slow down. All right? I want you to try that. That's first. Second, teach yourself to stay away from your triggers. Try to avoid your triggers at all costs. You don't need that. Straight up and down, you don't need that. On top of that, you might want to change your diet. Stay away from salt and all that shit. You know what I mean? Start eating more fruits, get more water, and exercise brings out the happy hormones. So you might want to break a couple of sweats and make you feel a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? You know, remember, all this type of shit starts with you knowing you, okay? Now that you know yourself, it's angelic when you really know yourself, okay? So now, learn how to think yourself off the ledge, but don't overthink it. Keep it simple, okay? Straight up and down. And from the way you said that, your emotions be heavy. You might have to find out where they're coming from. Why are you harboring such heavy emotions? You might have to get into that. That means you need some self-medication and some self-reflection. You need that. You're grown. I said it yesterday. Start spending some time with yourself. You heard me? For real. No TV, no music. That's you and your thoughts. You know? Go back to a photo album. Not the one in your phone. The one in the crib. Roll one up or get a glass of tea and just go through that. Use your brain and try to talk and try to feel your way off the ledge. It's a feeling, man. It's all just a feeling. Just like it go up, it can go down. Get in touch with yourself and you'll learn how to control that. Okay? Okay, now, let's keep it moving, y'all. I hope I helped you out, brother. Let me know, keep me updated with what's going on, you know? Now, I actually spoke on this in the previous pod, but it doesn't matter. I got a question right now. You know, the guy hit me. He hit me a while ago, and I didn't even know how to get to where the question was at, but I just know how to get to it. So this is what we're going to do, you know. Please pay attention because this can help somebody. You heard? First of all, the guy says, I'm 29 years old. I just had my first child with my girl of 3 years. She has 2 other kids, 7 and 8. I know the kids, but now we all gonna be living together. Any advice moving forward? That's what he asked me. Okay, he's 29 years old. They got 3 kids. The 2 oldest are not here, 7 and 8. They just had a baby. They finna move in together. He know the kids, but he's never actually lived with the kids. What advice can I give him moving forward? Stepfathers or people who help their significant other with their kids, pay attention to this, all right? Because listen, you were a freaking kid once. You knew how you wanted to be treated. Okay? Let's start there. Treat the kids like you wanted to be treated as a child. Let's start there, okay? Second, you're the step parent. Love who you're there for, okay? Love who you're there for. Don't go in there trying to be super dad or I'm better than your pops. Don't do none of that because the kids will use you. They'll let you buy PS5s and cars. So don't go in there with that. Now, if you really love the person you're there for, those children will gravitate towards you. And that's the best you're going to get. Straight up and down. All right? Now, remember when don't compete with their dad. Remember that the understanding that she gave you about their father is not the understanding that they got from their dad. So don't get in between that. Be good with the kids any chance you get. And that's it. You heard? That's it. And never discuss them not going with their dad. Always make sure she allows them to have their children. Okay? And always let them know, I'm not trying to be your dad, I'm just trying to be a good man. It's a difference. You understand? So that's what I want to tell. Also, this your first time. Them white boys want their money every 30 days. All right? I know you just starting out. Okay? But I want you to be calm. Okay? And I want you to go forward with it. Don't think too much about the things you have to do. Okay? It's going to be days you don't feel like doing them. You get up and do it anyway. I don't know if you're a man of service, but become a man of service because now those other 2 kids are going to wake up and see you every day. And if they're going to be around you, they might as well care about you. If you're going to be around them, you might as well care about them. You know what I mean? Okay, let's keep this ball rolling. So I hope I can help you with that. And stay on top of things. You heard me? Real talk. Stay on top of things. And just reflect on what you would like, had your childhood like, and try to pass it on to her children, okay? How would you like a stepfather to treat you? Treat the kids like that. And that's it. Like I said, a lot of these questions, a lot of y'all already know. It's just that when I say them out loud, I guess you wanted to validate what you've already been thinking. We're not doing science here, you heard? Practical thinking, you heard? Practical thinking, you know. Now, hey, yo. We're going to keep it going, y'all, and this is some real shit right here. And this is for anybody who got cases and charges pending. Anybody who fighting something, all right? Please pay attention. Listen. At one time, they called me a young Johnny Cochran. I know a little something about the law. I did my homework. I gave back a little time. You know what I mean? Yeah. I fought with the people a little bit. I know a little something, you know what I'm saying? But so if I can help you in that, hit me in the chat because I got one today and I really want to talk to him, you know, and it's his first time. He said, OG, we at a backyard gathering and we shooting dice. It's 15 to 20 of us. He said, the cops come. Everybody start running. They hem everybody up and bring them all back to the spot that they were at initially. After a couple of hours, they just passed out charges to everybody. This guy said, he only 22. He said they gave him a bottle of Xannies, which he said they gave him a bottle of Xannies with all that going on. They said those Xannies was his. He said, how's he charged with Xannies that he never had on him, period? He like, how? Like what? He said his mother put up the house and he went to court and his lawyer, the first thing his lawyer said was take the plea. He said, but man, I'm not guilty. Help. That's what he said. And that's all he said. Okay, and so listen, the first thing I said was get a new lawyer. The reason why I said get a new lawyer is because the lawyer works for you. Okay? You don't work for him. He's not doing you a fucking favor. Okay? Now, if this lawyer don't respect your voice in the matter, you don't need him. That makes no sense. If he doesn't respect the voice that you have in this situation, and it's your situation, you don't need him as a lawyer. Okay? If your lawyer not calling you, he not answering the phone, he not responding the way you want him to respond, you might have to change him. And don't wait till it's too late to figure out that this lawyer is really not on your side. Okay? Don't forget that those people in those places are friends. This is not their first rodeo. They have not just met. Okay? They meet up in the lunchroom and say, you give me Rodriguez, I give you Williams. Let's get this over with. They've been dragging us for years. Yeah. Shit like that. You know what I mean? So listen, back to this. Now, first of all, it was the big melee, mad people all over the place. And they passed the charges out like candy. Now, they making sure that ain't nobody getting straight out, right? And they going to make sure that everybody got a proper collar. It's one of those kind of busts. Everybody coming up because they were there too long. If you there 2 hours after they didn't bag everybody, they trying to sort this shit out. So they try to make something real out of it. You know, they don't like taking petty shit back to the precinct. Remember that. You dig? So now at the same time, it's hard to prove because if it's presented right, it's hard to prove because it was a melee going on. Okay? They rounded up everybody else, everything. It was an active scene where everybody was everywhere, and they gave wild charges out. Okay, now, when the wild charges came out of nowhere, a lot of these charges are misappropriated to different people, right? Okay, so on top of that, now what happens is, when you're in a situation like that, where it's more than 10, 12 people, 15 people all over the place, and they get everybody together, and they lock everybody up, and they give you charges, the quickest way to get out is to request an omnibus hearing, okay? An omnibus hearing, that's a pre-trial hearing. That's the pre-trial shit. They address discovery, exchange and evidence and information with the prosecutor and the defense. They do all this with the grand jury, right? Now, but they do this in real time. At that particular time, you can put a motion to suppress the evidence, or you can get a motion to dismiss. At that particular time, they're gonna do discovery right there. They're going to do discovery right there. They're going to see what they're wearing right there, whether or not they're going to proceed forward. Okay, it's called an omnibus hearing. That's what that's for, because at that hearing, they got to pinpoint exactly why you have your charges that you have. And if they can't prove that in that moment, you're getting up out of there, straight up and down. Okay, now, when you do have that omnibus hearing, they got to make that call that day. Discovery and everything that they have in info is done that day. Okay? So now, anything not solid, they're gonna throw it out. So it's like a mini trial with the grand jury. You know, but you gotta get a lawyer that gives a fuck. You heard? You gotta get a lawyer that cares. You know what I mean? Now for all of y'all with cases pending, don't be fucking sitting there waiting to go to jail. Please apply yourself to staying free. All right? You can't get that time back. Not at all, okay? Now, hit the law library if you got cases. Ain't no questions, dumb questions. Okay? Remember, it's not what they know. It's what they can prove. Alright? They wasn't there when they did what they did. You understand what I'm saying? You was doing what you did, and they call it a crime. Well, they have to prove it was a crime and that you was involved. Make them do their fucking job. Shut the fuck up and make them do their job. Alright? Because going there tell them you got somebody upstairs that you trying to feed, they don't care nothing about that, all right? See, this is just a reminder. If you get locked up, when you go in, somebody you know gonna be stepping to your girl. That funny style nigga, yeah. See, he like how you took care of her. The way you took care of her made it more appealing to him. And now you on the island, and she's doing it by herself. That's what'll happen when you leave. That's the first thing that'll happen. The next thing that'll happen is your child gonna start getting easily distracted with the nonsense. TV, the internet, teachers that don't care, yeah. People who are not responsible, yeah. Because you're not there to manage that. You understand what I'm saying? You're not there to supervise that, to overview it. You're not there for that. Okay? Now, and your mom, your mom can't call on you for shit. Yeah, you locked up. Granny needs you, but you ain't there. You always, every Tuesday you took her to dialysis. And now you can't do that. All these things would be affected if you go to jail. You understand me? So I need you to fight for your freedom. Okay? Get your ass up in the law library. Change your lawyer. Make your court dates. If you have charges pending, get a job and try to clean up your act, because maybe the job might hold some leeway on your sentencing and shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? That kind of shit. We got any questions in the chat, son?
I ain't gonna lie, they really listening. They said drop so many gems, like.
Yo, listen. I want to say this. I got to throw this out there. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna do this. Yo, listen, strap up. We got work to do. But I want to say this. It's the difference in teamwork and DreamWorks. All right? That DreamWorks shit don't last. The DreamWorks don't last. Teamwork lasts. All right? See, in this temperature outside, and y'all know what the temperature is outside. All right? Everything went up but the pay they're giving people. All right? I want you to figure shit out. I don't want you on Team Desperado. Okay? Because the way it's going, it seems like the economy is not going in your favor. You know? And I don't need you losing your mind over the way things are going. You understand me? Stop pocket watching everybody else and start putting more energy into your shit. Start doing your shit. Plain and simple. Dead ass, man. And I mean this. See, listen. When people know your next move, they'll block it from you. Because their next move didn't work. You understand me? They will do that. And we're not trying to go through that no more. Keep all those inner things to yourself. What that phrase, and this is so true, don't count your chickens before the eggs hatch. Makes no sense. They ain't freaking chickens yet until the freaking eggs hatch. So how you count them as chickens? You can't. Okay? I hope you get that. All right? I hope you get that. You know. And remember, all that little, and I'm gonna say this shit again. A couple of chicks jumped in my DMs about some shit I said yesterday, right? And I don't care about you being mad, all right? See, you and your little circle, I get it. You and your crew, y'all baddies and all that. But you think you the best one in the circle. And everybody always say you doing too much around everybody else, man. You need to stop that. Because you don't really want them. You just flirting all the time for what? They say a hit dog will holler. Yeah. I got a couple of phone calls, and I wasn't even talking about these people, you heard? But yeah, don't be going out your way to inadvertently make your friends look less than you. Stop doing that. And for anybody else that's doing that, why are you competing with your friends? When they win, you win. That's how it works. Real talk, that's how it works. Now listen, like I said, when you do good things shall befall upon you. I mean that. That means have better intentions about the way you do things. Because remember, okay, listen. I see what's rocking over here, right? They doing good. They doing good in that lane. Only problem is that's not the lane you meant to be in. So get your energies and stop watching that lane. And get back in your lane. You've been watching their lane, so now you in a crowded part of your own lane. Make some space for yourself in your lane. Take your attributes and learn how to use them. Remember? That's what I need you to do. But listen, yo, we black. You got to halfway think you already won before you even play the game. You heard? And remember, all those things you got to do, you got a few things in your itinerary you want to take care of. I get it, right? Stop calling them problems. These are things you need to accomplish to get over there. This is something that you need to do to get over there. You got to take that class to get that certificate so you can get that promotion at the job. Start making these things part of the plan, not part of the problem. All right? Dead serious. I mean that shit. All right? Because listen here. A lot of you took worse a risk. A lot of you niggas carried, drove around dirty. Okay? Carried hammers in the inconspicuous situations. Yeah. Y'all took some chances on not making it home that evening. Y'all really did that. And now I need you to take safer risk and chances for you. If you didn't carry a gun, I know damn well you can try to get a better job. All right? What are the chances? All they can tell you is no. Straight up and down. You know, and remember what I said, old boy down the block, the one that's always overdressing, but he had a job since I was 16 years old, he good peoples. He not cut from the cloth you cut from, but he would love to extend a hand to you. Have that kind of welcoming spirit where good people come to you and good things shall happen. Straight up and down. Straighten your fucking face up. You're too damn handsome to be walking around grilled up. Now, I know I got my face a little screwed up right now because I'm dead serious about this shit. But when I smile, I'm very handsome. Stop playing with me. You did, but yeah, that's the way we on it tonight. And back to that chick. I want you to stop doing that. Stay out of men's faces. And you know they woman. Stop doing that. Okay? Oh my God. That's my auntie calling me. Call auntie, tell her I'm live right. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm live right now. Love you, auntie. Hi, auntie. Yo, listen. So yeah. So that's what we do every night with this here. You know what I mean? Now tomorrow when you get up, I want you to go in good spirits. I want you to understand where you at in life. I want you to respect where you at in life. All right? You didn't get there by accident. Okay? You got there because you are who you are and you have places to go and things to do. I need you to have this attitude all the time. Okay? Them niggas over there not better than you. Them chicks over there not sharper than you. All right? They not. Find a way to get in the lane that ain't gonna hurt you and nobody around you. Let's do that. Okay? Don't forget, y'all, get back to your short-term goals. If you ain't got no bank account, open one. If you got one, put some money in it. All right? Sacrifice 2 or 3 bags a week. Sacrifice 2 or 3 dime bags a week, and it'll turn into something. You feel me? Huh? I know. Don't worry about it. So listen, y'all. We did that again. We're gonna do it again. Listen, join my Discord. Okay, it's free. You know, we building in there, trying to put some things together in there. You heard? We're trying to start an energy that'll spread everywhere. You heard? You can catch my lives on Twitch, my lives on TikTok. You can catch my lives on YouTube the next day. You heard? If you run into my clips, reels, or shorts, please spread them out, y'all. Straight up and do that. Listen, hit me, leave me some messages, y'all. Word up, Realist OG on the internet. Let's go with that. You heard me? Or TikTok Dad, I'll go with that one. You know, I'm here for real. I'm here for real. This is really what it is. You know? What was that? Who did that? Me? Who did that? They put a big heart up. That was nice. Thank you.
Tell her thank you.
Thank you. I thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Yes,
listen.
This is real. This is your real page. Tell people that.
This is my real page. What you mean? What does that even mean? I don't even know what that means. I'm not that tech savvy, baby, to have alternate pages. No, I don't even know. This is my real page. I'm page 5 lit everywhere, okay? I'm page 5 lit everywhere, but I'm here every night, Monday through Saturday at 9 o'clock. You know what I mean? We got a lot of work to do. Listen, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, which means we want to get better together. Nobody has all the answers, but we're going to come together and figure a couple of things out. That's what I'm saying. You're Ryan, can you put my theme song? What Deion said? Hey, play my theme song.
I got you right now.
Yo.
Thank
Hey, yo.
everybody.
I know y'all heard a lot of curse words, and I'm going to apologize for that. But I'm talking to my peoples. Words don't affect a G like me. Words don't bother me. So look past the words and feel the energy and catch the knowledge. You heard? Don't let the curse words detour you, because I'm talking to my peoples. All right? All you want is to do the right thing all the time. I'm really not talking to you. I'm talking to the ones that want to do the right thing all the time. And they trying to get there. They need a little help this way and a little help that way. And if you know all that and you so fucking fixed, help me do that.
Yeah, flies everywhere.
OG start OGing. Play that shit, son.
Cleveland.
Yeah. 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 It's my boy. Hey, hey, hey.
I be pulling out scraps when these fuck niggas. I go young and married dumb bitches. Like a dyke, maybe niggas can't fuck with me. If a nigga say it's out, then it's up with me. What's the principle? Pimpin' ain't easy. I mean, invincible, niggas ain't beat me. What's the principle? Pimpin' ain't easy. I mean, invincible, niggas can't beat me. I was in an A5, me a pop handler. I been out 6 months, me 4 million. Flying in a 6-4 window 10. Nigga had to get low, one star in. Fuck around, hit a low hole with no tenant. If a nigga say go, better go kill him. Say the little zone cut up with no feeling. Mama watch the little boy turn.
Hey, family, we outside. 9 o'clock every night. Yeah.
When I pull it to the crib, I have no pennies. I be leaning to the right like I'm on tennis. I was thinking on my life, I ain't romantic. When I whip out the 4-5, no penny. When I whip out the 4-5, no penny. I be pulling out scraps when these fuck niggas. I go young and married dumb bitches. Like a dyke, man, you niggas can't fuck with me.
Thanks, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. You hear me? That's my word. Let's go. Niggas can't beat me.
AP, flood, water on my butt like a tub. They got me a little gun in the club. Don't worry about me, I'm a thug. You kill a street nigga, get a dime. If you kill a rap nigga, get a dub. Big chain on my neck, don't budge. Fucking days up like a stud. Swat out the mic for the gun. Swat out the guy for the mud. Swat out the mic for the blood. Fuck on the dice, I'm in love. I fuck with a dice, she can run. Kodak don't show no remorse. I be automatic trying to get a nigga touch. Kodak on tour with the boys. Said they got a whole gun store on the buzz. This here they had come and sit.
Yeah.
Jumping off a jet to a check to a
Yo, it's been real, y'all.
We bought a nigga like me.
Yo, this what's up. Hey, yo, I did, I got 1 million views, y'all. I got 1 million views. I want to thank y'all for that. You know, I'm gonna make a thank you post. Just thank everybody for their support. You know, and I really appreciate it. You know, listen, tomorrow, all new content, real shit. No bubblegum shit over here. We're not telling war stories. None of that shit. We only here to rise and uplift and elevate, straight like that. You heard me? For real. Ride with the G. It's the OG and OG, and that's all. You heard? That's all. What my man said, put it in the comments, y'all. Let's figure this shit out. You heard? Yo, listen. I'm not saying I'm any type of counselor, but we're using practical thinking here. Any questions that you got a problem with, if you're in the middle of a dilemma, call me. All right? Not call me. Hit me in the comments. I'm going to get back to you. We're going to chop it up. All right? It's a way to figure out everything. We can figure it out together. All right?
Somebody said, earn that following.
Oh, word, I earned it. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Power to the people. Hey, yo, be better than yesterday. That's all I'm asking. All right? What you learned here, pass it on. The kindness and the goodness that the world give you, pass it on. Let's try to make it contagious, y'all. You heard me? I love y'all for real. God bless. We'll be here same time tomorrow, God willing. And Godspeed for all the good things you're trying to do. What happened?
Let them hear this real quick.